This is 713 Foothill Road, the sewer line. I'm recording some of this pipe now because the water is not murky yet. It's a cast iron pipe. When you have water holding in a cast iron pipe like that, it simply means that you have either debris, which we don't have in this case, or it's just sloped. It's sort of sloped up for one portion of it. There's a crawl space here. That's a fairly easy fix. Someone goes underneath the house and they adjust the straps holding it so that it has a nice even slope throughout the whole thing. The reason why that's important on cast iron to do that is because it rusts. You have water that just, all the area that the water just sits in is going to rust 3 times as fast as the rest of the pipe, and you'll get a leak in that one section first. And then you have to fix that one section when you could have just, lifted it a little bit, and it lasts about the same amount of time as the rest of the pipe will last for. It's a older cast iron pipe, but definitely within the amount of time that we'd expect it to be still good for. We usually expect cast iron pipe lasts about 80 years. After 80 years, usually roots will be able to get in through the pipe walls, and it'll just sort of flake away and crack open, and it just lets a lot of sewer out. But that can be determined also by when it was installed, and see about how old it is, give you a better idea of how much time it has left. Right now, actually, looks to be doing fairly well. You don't usually see an offset in a cast iron pipe. Right now it is sloped well, and there's no reason I think you'll be alright with it. It's not something that you would mandatorily have to fix. Here we got some more standing water in the line. I'm suspecting that we're underground right now because the pipe will slope down and down until it gets to the level of the ground, and then it'll go under the ground under the house. Not a bad sloping. Sort of interspersed. I mean, if you don't fix the sloping issues with the cast iron, it's not necessarily something that's going to be a problem for a while. You might get another, 15 years of use out of a badly sloped cast iron line before any problem starts to develop with it. But it changes it from like maybe a 40-year usage to maybe a 15-year usage left for that section. What do we got here? One thing about cast iron lines is you want to make sure that the tenants don't flush anything down the toilet, which will stick in the pipe. I've seen a few things. Just paper towels will stick in the pipe. Anything with a string on it will stick on the pipe and won't flush down the system. This is really bad drainage all through this line. I think we might be outside the house by now. We might have a main sewer line with cast iron for this house. You see there's just stuff sticking in the line. What's that?
It's just laying around, sticking.
Yeah, it's grabbing to the pipe wall just because it has a string on it. And that grabs on and won't let go. And then we're probably at the property line. What we're having here is there's a little bit of a lip on the pipe that's down there, and we have two bends in short succession to this line. So with this much friction, sometimes it won't let you push over that second lip. Let's see if we can. The clay material that we're going into looks like just underneath the sidewalk about. If there's someone still in the house, do you think it's possible we could flush a toilet or two? Sometimes we'll be able to get a little bit of water in the system and float over that. I'll go ahead and I'll pull out for now, show you all the line that we got into earlier. I'll give this one more shot off camera, and if I'm able to get through that, there'll be another video of the remaining portion of the line. Otherwise, what's going to absolutely need to happen here on this line is, an access point from which the line underneath the street should be installed, so that the line which is underneath the street could be. This is typically located, and by code it should be located just outside of the house at the main wall. That way you can get a full-size cleaning blade into the line for cleaning it. Right now we're looking at that cast iron that we looked at earlier. Shortly you'll be able to see some more of the line which is not visible before. So now we should be under the house. Bad sloping areas. This cast iron was also pulling out a little bit of this black matter, which is on the bottom of the pipe. This is a very good indicator. This is a sort of a rotting of the cast iron pipe, and it lets us know that the pipe is getting to be replaced. We haven't actually seen failures in the pipe, but It isn't impossible that some of this muck which is on the ground is covering a crack, which could allow some sewage to get out of the system. That being said, cast iron does fail very slowly and gradually typically, and it doesn't just back up on you all of a sudden unless it has a bunch of debris that's been put down into the system. But in terms of roots, the roots are able to get in usually very gradually, and I don't see any root intrusions at this point. Here's another bad drainage issue. And the pipe will speed the rusting. And here we're in a plastic pipe. We've got the camera is covered, but plastic lines are very good because they don't rust or corrode, and they tend to last for a very, very long time, about 200 years. They don't get any roots into them, and they tend to just let things flow through them very easily without any hassle. Okay. This is the point that we accessed to get into the line today, and this is just next to the side gate there. Okay, I'll put in the written report what I find. Able to get past that one section, I will put an additional video attached to this same email. Thank you very much. Please see my written report for all final findings and recommendations. Again, this is Nick with Williams Sewer Line Inspectors. Have a great day.